back, you could say here. Kingdom 1 still. Wanbokstar Gaming, because you know nothing in finals. Cobx Masters 2018 stopped in Kohima. We had most of the draft finished already a little bit earlier, but then had some tech issues. A couple of people disconnected in the middle of the draft, so this is why things are going a little bit faster than you maybe expect, because all these picks have already been agreed on. Now we'll see an axe. And now we might see something different, because we do believe this Dragon Knight that showed up in this spot was a random, and that certainly is something different.
A little bit different, you could say. That's no Dragon Knight. I mean, they had a long break to think about the axe, I guess. We have a Necrophos. That is a first, pretty sure.
It's crazy. I haven't seen that hero in competitive games whatsoever. For last few months at least.
Yeah, because he really is too slow. He doesn't have the lane sustain anymore that much, because he relies so much on last hitting that if you get interrupted, you have to stay out of lane. This ultimate is just too slow. It doesn't give you enough, or like it has such a long cooldown, and it doesn't have that big of an effect that it's not really worth picking up for it. And yeah, the Agnum's upgrade is not really making it that much better these days.
It still puts the cooldown down to something manageable, but
10 seconds remaining.
You still need the damage to actually make it work initially.
5 seconds
with a line, you have something reasonably reliable. So
yeah, I agree.
I'm curious to see whether they can actually make it work. I mean, as long as you get last hits, you're going to be absolutely fine up against the axe. And Necrophos, if nothing else, it can be very annoying to deal with at times. Like, he gets a kill, presses W, but all of a sudden he's back up to full health, even though he already was at death's door.
Only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that usually you pick Necrophos if they have like heavy right click, so you have the Ghost Ride to work with. But this game, it's more like, well, yeah, there's a Bloodseeker, but the rest is pretty not reliable on the physical damage output. They have a good amount of burst damage in the Ghost Ride, or with burst damage, I mean they have some extra damage they can chime in, so it's not going to be as much of an effect here.
Yeah.
Could imagine just a Lina coming out last pick for them now.
Oh, yeah.
Great against Necrophos, okay against the Brewmaster with the lockdown, and against Uzo it can work.
How about Invoke?
Okay. Choose your hero.
Sniper.
Sniper here?
Of course you had to say that. Well, I guess they banned out the anti-mage themselves, so no Medusa, anti-Medusa shenanigans from that. Instead, they go for the Sniper. They have plenty of frontliners already, Bloodseeker and Axe. Spirit Disruptor also able to control the fight around them, so ideally they will be able to keep people away from the Sniper so you can blink away from a safe distance, and eventually he'll have enough damage for anybody, including the Medusa.
Alright, lineup's made. What are the lanes shaping up? Gonna say, it looks like the standard Necrophos mid.
Could be that, or the Medusa.
Yeah, or the Medusa, but then you stick in Necrophos to your safe lane? I'm not sure about that. They're gonna have Brewmaster on the offlane, I would assume. Wind range on position 4, line on 5, but it should shape in Necro's favor.
That really should in the end. Like, you have decent enough attack range that you should be able to keep away from the axe for the longest time. Even then, like, just, again, if you have CS, you're gonna be absolutely fine. Doubly so against the axe if you try to rescue with Battle Hunger, so. It'll be interesting to see whether they can eke out an advantage just by outplaying, because that's what it's gonna have to come down to here.
30 seconds to battle.
Alright, Wanbokstar. He's scattered out, but his early ward.
Yeah, that should be the ward.
That might have been scattered out.
I mean, you see a lion running here, then into the trees. You pretty much know where this ward is.
No sentries with him right now, though, so it's not going to be easy to do one immediately. Trapper comes out to secure the runes, and they'll get that one. Meanwhile, up top, Brewmaster walking in. It's way too scary for the two of them to contested, so 2 for 2 Moon Trade. Win the game with. Okay.
Well, lane's pretty standard. Courier coming out. There's a sentry on. That is for the disruptor, so you bought 1 extra. Not really important in the mid lane.
Ring of Basilius.
That's an old school build.
Plus 7 damage here with the Orb of Venom being nerfed. Guess that's gonna be enough to help out. And,
Is this the new Orb of Venom?
So you have that extra mana regen already to work with to make sure that you can sustain yourself. So far, so good. That's either that or the Blightstone, I would say, just depending on what kind of other hero.
Yeah. I think the Blightstone would have favored him a little bit more because Bloodseeker has a natural high base armor with 5 armor going in the lane, so that tends to help you a little bit more.
You don't want to harass the Bloodseeker though. There's no point.
True.
So I think it's rather about having that extra region than trying to deal with the Disruptor. Being said though, they are hitting this Bloodseeker quite a bit for now. But again, as soon as he gets a few CS here and there, he'll be back up to full in no time.
Yeah, sentry going on your lane now. So free ward coming in.
Very quiet lanes so far. Mid a bit sniper, similar story here. He's gonna get more points up in travel though, so if he wants to start harassing Medusa away from farm a little bit at the very least. And down bottom, Azin. Oh, okay. First blood being drawn. Lion there with the pull, unable to help out. So just run him down with a couple of spins.
Even the Earth immediately rotates to the top lane as well. Completely unscouted. I think they want to go on the Wind Ranger, and he doesn't have Wind Run. Power Shot and Shackle Shot.
Shackle level 2, not sure about this one. They missed the roll though, and then he's still coming in. The Shackle to the creep to make sure the Bloodseeker can right click. They have to keep the Brewmaster safe still. Very naturally tanky hero. The worst of times.
Yeah, interesting. Like, I thought about, yeah, this is gonna kill the Wind Ranger, and then I think they thought, yeah, she has Wind Run, we're not going on her, and then there's the Shackle and it saves the Brewmaster. A little bit ironic. Mind games.
Shackles. At this point, once you hit level 3, level 2 power shot, you shackle like Disruptor. Hit it 1 or 2 right clicks in, plus the power shot. And Brewmaster gets in range for Thunderclap, and all of a sudden that's a dead support hero. So, see if they can something like that happen. Midlane though, savvy. He's committing quite a few shrapnel charges here. Up against Medusa, who's putting into the mana shield just to get enough mana for a Mystic Snake in a second. Try and recharge, so still having to ferry out herself.
Yeah, pretty frustrating to play against the Shrapnel on the Medusa because you can't. Yeah, you see it right there. You use your mana shield and then you take double damage basically from it. Can't get out of it. You're slow as hell. So not the best lane for Medusa to be in.
Look how much right-click damage he's doing to Savvy though.
He has 10 to ice though. He kind of made up for it.
Yeah. So far, still doing alright. Just has to be careful not to die, but he has himself to work with. Instinct. You find this hero and down bottom, yeah, Lazin, even though he gave up the first blood, look at his CS, 17 and 4.
To the 6 and 0.
Yeah, so this first blood, really, I was doing enough to just give him a slight edge with that extra gold, but as the trend goes on like this will be repaired very quickly indeed.
Spirit, with the disruptor rotation mid. Sniper has, Medusa has a ward here. Oh, Bloodseeker goes down. Ow.
Its own tower, that is quite some commitment, and now they also figured out, hey, there's probably something amiss. They just allow us to do that. Defensive ward gets gets taken care of. Sentry in mid, but that's about all they can gank with Mayrook.
It's a trap!
Windrun, it's actually being stunned up. Look at them from time. Right clicks, the Shackle to interrupt the roll, but danger. Still getting the kill for himself. Shrapnel charge used though, so
Great bait, mate. was baiting in his choke so well because they haven't spotted at the Earth Spirit yet. He thought has only illusions and just sitting over here in the pit, not showing, and then just rotating in the back. His little movements really help support side to reach those boots, to just get ahead in lanes and make some space.
Going on again at the top. Roll this time will connect. Wanbokstar use the mango, but he didn't win.
Yeah, he just accepts his death.
Time for a dirt.
Alright, so that lane being repaired. MP forces going to the jungle, but he'll be absolutely fine with levels that he's got down bottom. Let's leave relatively free farm Necrophos.
Free farm Necrophos, that's a scary phrase.
Is it? I mean,
it is. If he gets really out of control or really gets free farm and has like an early Aghanim Scepter or something, whatever he chooses to go for, like early Veil or whatnot, then he just runs around the map and he kills your core over and over, and your core can't do anything about it.
Nice block up
really
top.
nice.
Oh, shot to finish the job, so yeah. This Brewmaster, if he gets a level, it's gonna be a bigger issue than Necrophos. Shackle. Just not quite long enough to latch. Kill comes in, but yeah, still look for danger. We also have the line rotating in. That alone is enough of a threat to make them not want to fight this. The very Bloodseeker is getting some extra potency with the Medusa. But that won't necessarily help you defensively.
Gonna say, this mid lane for the Medusa is not looking all too well. 16 with 14 denies to the 27 last hits and 14 denies on the Sniper. So they are equal in terms of denies, but Sniper is steadily ahead. Basically almost 1,000 gold ahead. Just from these.
It's basically just the attack animation on top of the similar damage, so I can't really easily contest it on the side of Medusa.
I think we're gonna see Sniper back in the meta. Hold on there.
The Hex up on the YB, drops super below. Nice little stun there going back. Yours, but the glimpse onto Mayruk still gets a shackle off, not that it connects. Another TP coming in, so maybe it was just a setup for the follow-up Axel right now. Still finds the one kill. Not the one that initially wanted Bloodseeker making his way to the shrine to be able to heal up there, but kills a kill. And everyone else will be fine.
Yeah, some people are, but hey, Bloodseeker is fine with that. We like this combination.
Get this kill. I mean, this chance is gonna say maybe not. Stick charge is also to keep him alive. But this is very obnoxious, especially as a hero that relies on like this Drunken Haze and the Drunken Brawler. There's way too much alcohol haze in the middle of that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I really like this combo they're running, like Sniper together with the Bloodseeker, especially against a squishy hero like Medusa. Once the Sniper reaches a certain level, you can just keep spamming the Assassinate on the Medusa and give him extra damage and whatnot. Like, he has been doing that so far. He completely keeps the mana of Medusa to a minimum. There has been like 2 Mystic Snakes and that's it. Can't steal any mana if he doesn't have any.
Down under the tower again.
Dire's top tower is under
But
attack.
range to actually help him out. I mean, still looking at his mid lane, and yeah, it doesn't look good, not at all. But at the end of the day, it's also Medusa. Like, as soon as you have face boots, Mask of Madness, a couple of points up in split shot, you just go into the jungle and farm up there. And ideally, you want to do that now. But max out the Mystic Snake, which means that it still can't help it. Beautiful shackle off the range creep actually. Full of stun onto the Earth Spirit. Couple more right clicks with the clap. Easy clap indeed. Snake secure the kill. Now the promise split. They want more danger. Coming in, stunned up. Another power shot here, grazing him. This should be a secondary kill. And the stun onto Bloodseeker. Always say it's welcome. The shackle follow up this time. And guess what? Line hit level 6. Double kill for him. It's the lift of the axe from the last remnants of the Brew Ultimate. Just to keep him away. Because he's still pretty scary, same as the Sniper. But,
Dire's bottom tower is
they
under
all
attack.
make their way out. Or at least they can buy a lot of time. Another shrapnel to keep the vision up in line. Runner also her TP interrupted through the trees. That was pretty damn good. They're gonna get both of these kills. It took a lot of time to make that work.
Yeah, a lot of time, but in the end, it is worth. Like, at least 3 of the heroes participated in the experience here. Axe getting something out of it. Like, he has now Boots and Vanguard up and running, and well, 500 to the Blink Dagger, so he's slowly getting there. He's gonna have at least a decent timing. The only thing that worries me is that, yeah, this Necrophorce at the bottom lane, which is going for really interesting items, I would say. Going for the pipe first item. Not quite sure about that one. Thinking he needs an item that gives him impact so Medusa can farm instead.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, generally speaking, having a hood is nice for Necrophorce in particular, just to have defensive utilities against magic and physical damage. But, yeah. Maybe that's what he's thinking, that he just needs to be tanky to be able to stand in these fights, instead of just having to actually deal the damage. Which play around the Ruma's ultimate as well as the Lion being of death and extra controls. You might not need that extra punch just yet.
Sniper is really a pain to gank. Always has somebody sitting behind him, and he's about to level 10 as well, so he probably takes the extra damage. What do you take the cooldown reduction now? It's 25%. It's tempting. Yeah. It's a free Octarine basically. On the other hand, you're a sniper.
I don't think you really want to go for the magic damage.
Dire's middle tower.
Making sense in my eyes.
I think it helps out if you build into like Hurricane Pike and whatnot. It does reduce the cooldown there as well, so it gives you a lot of utility down the road. And 20 damage, it isn't the best talent. He did decide to go for it, but it was not justifiable with 15% cooldown reduction. But with 25, you can argue that it's worth it.
Just what I need.
Well, it's all academical anyway, since he didn't pick it up. So, still chipping away down bottom, just slowly. Trying to find a kill here and there if it presents itself. Not danger. He has the same idea, trying to get in range for the glimpse. Has the vision now. Get back out, but I'm not sure if you want to actually fight this guy. What? Somehow that shackle reaches both of them. The ultimate to slow down Earthbirds, and okay. Quick zap. They don't get the extra respawn times because Lion was slightly too late for it.
Killer's kill. Yeah, and to the tower push we go.
Make sure to block the roll.
Yeah, already pretty low tower, so they should be able to claim this.
Not just yet.
They're gonna make some pressure with Necro.
Is back with the Vanguard as well, so you don't really want to fight him right now if you can help it. So his presence alone should also put an end to any thoughts of actually killing this tower right now.
He's looking for Medusas.
He does have Static Storm, so this could certainly help. If he wants to try and go for that kill, as it stands, he's walking back. He's too afraid. Oh, maybe. I was gonna say maybe smoke up, but you tried that.
Oh, he's gonna get a D1 on the water over here. It's pretty good. It's important. And he did show the Earth Spirit here as well, so I'm not aware that the axe is still in the vicinity. And the axe will hit the Blink Dagger timing at a good timing. 40 minutes, 14 and a half. Only 100 gold away. With the Vanguard together, that is a great timing on axe.
Indeed. He's been farming a few jungle stacks, like a triple ancient camp here earlier. So that certainly explains this timing. And I mean, we've seen a lot of actors be able to take over the game with that, and that's what we're gonna look for him to do in this game in particular as well. Especially seeing how the Bloodseeker is kind of fallen behind. Not the ideal lane stage. Says the fight breaks out mid. Magnetai is being used. Silence up for now, but not really died. There's a blink, but only in the Brewmaster. He is super tanky as they're already taking care of the disruptor. Now Brewmaster's ultimate throws a couple of extra stuns. I want to try and get the sniper, but to do a little bit more damage to make that happen as Lazik just goes striking down. No more Ghost Strat to keep him safe, and as a result, all this damage still going. Despite the Brewmaster ultimate trying to turn this around, they lose all of their heroes, including the Brew.
Radiant's bottom tower
No
is
way out
under
of this
attack.
one, or is it? Blink Dagger before any extra damage can come in.
Oh, come on, keep chasing.
Kill him. He barely gets out, but the rest of his team will die in the entire engagement.
What have we
Yeah, and really, like, we saw Necro sitting there and absolutely doing nothing with the pipe. He had no damage. He used, the only thing he did is he used his Reaper Scythe on the Disruptor at the start of the fight, and that was it. Like, 1-2 death pulses, and then he just died to Bloodseeker. So he did not really have an impact. He doesn't have any aggressive items. Like, the only thing you would argue, oh yeah, I guess you have Phase Boots, that's all your damage. The only thing you can do, you press your pipe, you start building into Lotus Orb, so he's going full defensive mode. That's not what they need when they have the Medusa on the field, that needs some space.
Well, on the bright side, there was only heroes going down. No buildings as of yet, on either side for that matter. 50 minutes, another catapult wave. Reaching up top, so Meruk is trying
Dire's
to
top tower is under attack.
chip away at this a little bit,
Dire's
but
structures
immediately
are
with reaction.
fortified.
So no one's claiming any objectives just yet, and in the long run, generally speaking, it does favor the lineup with the Medusa. Maybe not this game though, because Sniper is a pretty potent late game hero by himself.
Sniper Dragonlance going into the Maelstrom build, I like it. It's probably the best you can go. There's a mid-range on the field. As a Brewmaster, that's two heroes with evasion already. So yeah, just having a natural source of piecing the evasion before the MKB is probably a good choice. And Medusa is prone to build into evasion soon enough anyways.
It's also pretty standard just to allow you to farm.
It's my favorite item at the moment.
Bloodseeker looks like he wants to go for the SNY into BKB, at least that's his current plan. It's not been as dominant as we've seen some Bloodseekers be just yet.
Yeah, not really, and like his laning phase wasn't the cleanest with the Brewmaster running around. Like Brew has a good amount of farm. Like he has the Blink Dagger up and running. He's now going for the Midas at 70 minutes afterwards. Yeah, I think they want to pull this into the very late game with the Medusa.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seems like that's the plan.
No
Not
drums
really
in the
making too
team
many
yet.
efforts of just being aggressive whatsoever, trying to push down towers. I mean, that
I think
bottom axe left alone is just gonna skip the creep out for a little bit. No one's responding to it yet, so eventually this tower will go down.
Radiant's bottom tower
But,
is under attack.
Not because
Radiant
that's a big
structures
commitment
are
or anything, it's
fortified.
just because no one's responding to it.
I would actually like to just see the jumps coming out of Brewmaster. They don't have one in the team, and it would help them with their movement speed, gain a little bit from a Bloodseeker. And attack speed aura is nice for heroes like Necroforce, where he does really heavy hits, but has no attack speed whatsoever. They're gonna smoke up here, I believe this... No, this was not in ward range. They must know a little bit. Yeah, they ping it out, but... I have a rough idea where they are.
He's greeting. Spam the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And yeah, they go from the right angle, he won't be seen whatsoever. There it is, the shadow. Very easy kill. And down to
See ya.
74 seconds!
Yeah,
because
see ya in
this
80
game already,
seconds.
apparently. That's one good thing about the Necro roll. Just so
Dire's
obnoxious.
middle tower is
At
under
this point,
attack.
what? 30 seconds added respawn time at level 2?
Yeah, it's insane.
That is another roll. McIntyre's coming out with the assassinate onto Mayruk. Blink in from MP, but doesn't like find anybody. With focus fire on the Earthblade who tanked the Shackle. He's actually died to this at some point. And 3 heroes down, 4 heroes in total as the Bruce played together with the Medusa are able to actually finish off the Sniper and everybody else. Now the follow-up hacks onto the Axe. As it turns out, another Shackle just to slow him down, but no
didn't hit
damage
him.
done. Speed with the Link.
Dire's
Similar
middle
situation
tower
to
is
before,
under
except flipped. This time it is the other team who only has one survivor, barely making it out of the quick pick.
Yeah, this Brewmaster really creating the space here. Like, the movement shackles are most of the time on point, but just, he makes a tremendous amount of space. Like, Bloodseeker, he had no, like, he got caught off guard. His entire team was just like, crap, what do we do now? And then, yeah, basically they got run down. Sniper, not a mobile hero whatsoever. Same with the Disruptor.
Dire's top tower is
You only
under
have one
attack.
glimpse, not 4. That would be a talent. More glimpse charges.
Glimpse charges, yeah, this is
You get 4 now!
No. Times like this, I'm glad that you don't charge
Dire's
a
top
balance.
tower has fallen.
Glimpse now pierces spell immunity.
Every kind helps.
Glimpse charges. How about an AoE X marks the spot? Sure, that's fine,
That
right?
seems balanced.
That would what I
Do what you must, as I've already won, he said, but he didn't even get the bounty.
I got 1 bounty,
Yeah,
not the other one.
I still want to be claimed.
I don't know how long that's gonna sit there.
What was our record for the first one? Minute 4? No, wait, we had one stacking, I believe.
Oh.
I remember that game. We had a game where this bounty on the map was not being taken. Because everybody forgot about it, and then they got there at 5 minutes and
Yeah.
didn't even notice.
Everybody assumed that the other team got it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
First tower falling on the Radiant side. Only 3 towers claimed, so I mean, WG, they've been able to claim quite a lot out of that last team fight in particular.
Yeah, especially it's because it's 2 mid towers. Like you have this mid lane highway now. You just go into the jungle with your smoke gang. You try to fight the Bloodseeker. You can completely establish control over this triangle if you want to. You also have a really deep ward over here that gives you vision on any potential smoke gangs. And this is a popular kind of area that you smoke up in this box. Because you just think, yeah, there's no way they have vision here. We're in our base. But then, yeah.
Well, still holding on, just continuing to farm. Why the hell not? Bloodseeker, it's... I don't know, it kind of feels like they're too slow.
Yeah, there's a Medusa on the other side. Medusa is pretty okay in late game, you could say. Gotta say, they have a chance against the late game. Bloodseeker can make at least a decent amount of space, and Sniper is good against Medusa, because most of the time you can't reach the Sniper with Medusa.
What if you want to go for the headshot distance? Or headshot knockback distance?
I mean, I like it.
That makes it, yeah, it makes it so obnoxious to try and go get to him. Because it's a 40% chance, but it feels like an 80% chance if, or something like that if he ends up having a lot of attack speed in the late game. He has a lot right now, it's
Dire are
0.68
scanning.
for 1 click.
I would still say the Assassinate cast time is better, because you really want that heavy magic burst damage. Like to disable Lincoln Sphere or whatnot, really quick.
It's a situation.
Radiant are scanning.
I would take it up this game. Like it can
Also
finish off a
time.
Brewmaster or something like that.
Now the smoke gank. Oh, can you get the vision of Medusa? They can't. Slipping through the trees, so no glimpse just yet. Now TP in from the line. They just zap down. This disruptor, but double call. Turn us around. Medusa signs up. No ultimate. Ruptured up too, but the friends are there. Blink in from the Brewmaster. Pops the zone from the split. And now, what else do you have to offer? Another call. Trying to control it up, but he's lifted into the air. The shackle off the creep, time and time again. Mayrock with the big plays. Now Lazin, well, extra damage, extra slowdown, but not enough to burst him down to 0. Another shackle to get rid of the axe, control him up, make sure Lazin doesn't die. He heals up as Bloodseeker goes back in, trying to finish him, but that was a mistake. The roll across now puts the Earthsplit in a bad position as he tries desperately to finish up XL Raid, but he's been juking and jiving. Well, enough. The assassination only into Lazin. Looks like that'll be the end. Yes, oh, Mayrock. She almost dropped himself, but almost. It's not enough into her.
Yeah, and considering that was a gank from Nothing, that was the perfect outcome for them here. Like, they lost the line, they immediately killed the Disruptor, which was really sad for him. Just running in and like, yeah, I guess I catch a line. Like, we were like, yeah, well executed, and Medusa actually making it through. That's the important part. Lincoln Sphere is now up and running, and straight to the Skadi just to get some health pool against this Bloodseeker.
Yeah. Also about to hit level 20 pretty damn soon, so plus 700 mana talent.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Crimson Guard on the Brewmaster, so it's pretty useful against the Sniper just to mitigate his damage output a little bit. And things working out just fine until at this point for Wanbokstar Gaming. I don't know. This would run though. Mayrock. He's been hitting shackles left, right, and center. That's without any big mobility items.
Yeah, he's playing.
No force.
He's playing with a ranger like she's supposed to be played, not in the carry role, just the full support, like Glimmer Cape, Urn, just making sure you land shackles and just rely on your spells to actually provide control instead of pure damage. So far, it has been working out in those fights. Like Bloodseeker keeps getting disabled in those fights. Same applies to the axe at times. Just it's even worse. He has to deal with the Brewmaster and the shackle, and a line, and then another shackle after that. So for him, it's even worse.
Bloodseeker gets to spend a lot of time running around rather than clicking somebody or chasing people down. It's not a comfortable position to be in because especially with Blood Rage, if you want to use that, try and do more damage yourself. It also makes you very, very screwed indeed. So if you get stunned up by anything, it's a very good chance it might be bursted down. WG continuing to build some more momentum. If you look at the network distribution, all three cores are actually ahead of the sniper right now. Despite Sevi trying his best to keep up, but his last death in particular also slowing him down quite a bit.
Yeah, only a sniper against these three, and eventually they will find a way to get on top of him. I could imagine, yeah, the blink is already underway for the Necrophos and 700 gold, and I think he just uses Lotus Orb and then blinks on top of the sniper and forces him to retreat. There is no Dragonlance yet. There's a Dragonlance, but no Hurricane Pike for him, so he can't really actually get quickly away from the Necrophos or the Brood, that is. It all comes down if they find the initiation, because it's okay if one of them gets called by the axe. If they manage to force the sniper back and outlast the axe call duration, they should be able to claim victory in those fights.
I want to say Medusa's officially tanky now with level 20 and the Iascati. She went for 2.5 stone gaze duration.
Hello?
Explain that one to me, because I think consensus was that this is actually a bad talent.
It is pretty much. I mean, it is pretty good for like a level 10 talent, if there isn't a plus 700 mana one on the other side. That must be misclick. There's no way he would give a stone.
It's either that or they figure, hey, as long as I have that ultimate going, Sniper can actually look at me and click me.
No, never. I do not accept that.
Just give him the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, there's a reason for everything. There's arguments to be made for every single thing that you can do.
My argument would be that you don't skip 700 free mana on a Medusa.
Alright.
Yeah, not a fan.
I'm still racking away, but far enough away from that BKB so it won't come up if they fought right now. And, well, they are being scouted. Let's drop to plop down these walls a little bit earlier. Lion has a sentry, but they plopped one down up here, just out of range, so I know how we love that as well. So, yeah.
Necro about to hit level 18 fairly soon as well. Wonder if he actually goes for the magic resistance on 20, or just takes the attack speed. I think he wants to build into a little bit of a physical damage dealer down the road.
These guys are wasting a lot of time here on their vision.
A little bit.
Standing around forever, just waiting for someone to show. Yeah. If it's scouted going up to this high ground, like, no one's gonna come there until they show somewhere else. Oh man. Same goes for both teams though. I mean, IKN. I think they feel like they can fight right now. Do they feel like they can give up this road?
Yeah, that's a sentry that felt good for once. Barely catches the observer on high ground. That's important because now they know. Yeah, now they have the vision advantage on the roach pit. immediately have to pop down another ward over here. But that's a more defensive one. But doesn't look like they're even interested in approaching this. Axe Invis going to the bottom. Oh,
Radiant's bottom tower
no,
is
Roche
under
it is.
attack.
Kind of thinking about it, but not really. So I get Bounty Runes instead. Why not? 2-for-2 trade in that particular moment. It's like the game just stopped. Both teams forgot that they're playing against each other and that they maybe could go for some gangs, some kills here and there.
Yeah,
Control play, going for a tower, doing anything that doesn't involve just 1 or 2 heroes farming. Nothing more.
yeah, but the problem with that is there's a Medusa on the one side, Snipe on the other. I would still favor the lineup with the Medusa in the late game because you have that brute to get on top of people. Like, they have the superior amount of control. Unless you get like a crazy axe call, they will always be on the back foot in terms of positioning.
They almost caught danger here.
Oh, at least they know about the ward now.
Doesn't blink in though, danger. Looking too far forward, he's glimpsing one back.
Rot starts at their
That's about it. Free kill.
No scythe. Going for the Agnums next.
It's gonna be enough to make them feel safe enough about Roche. Like that is the case. Rage Sniper, God, I haven't even talked about that.
Radiant's
Balance in
bottom
all
tower
things.
is under attack.
They know this is going on. The smoke up is still of a shrine, so Disruptor can't TP in. This Roshan is not terribly fast. There's no minus armor or anything to enable that. That's why Woodrunner is sitting up here. Cover comes in, this Shackle will not connect.
Radiant's
Looks
bottom
like
tower
they
is under attack.
should be able to blink code just in time though. Aegis not picked up just yet, and he snatched it! He got it! So trying to still take this fight. Medusa getting the Stone Gaze out, just getting enough mana for that. Axe should throw loose the Aegis, but well, let alone as a victory. Savvy continues interacting away under cover of BKB. Instinct is dead for good. Everyone else is trying to scramble away. Lazim almost gets killed on together with the ultimate, but not quite. If he did, he could have
Radiant's
easily
middle
survived.
tower is under attack.
Maybe gotten a few more. As it stands, that was the perfect timing.
There's more.
YKN, and it's not stopping this yet. Well, let's find the room as he already committed his boost with earlier. Trying to turn things around, but
Is under attack.
successfully that time. Almost got Maza there. Not quite.
Radiant's
Now,
top
as a
tower
result,
is
I mean,
under
they
attack.
use the Aegis immediately, but they keep it out of the hands of Medusa. They get tier 2, and
Radiant's top tower
it's also gonna click away on the high ground.
MVP axe. Like, yeah, look. Oh, God, the
Tower
chunks in the tower. Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Blood Rage really working out there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's literally AFK just clicking it. Oh, 3-2-3. To the rocks we go.
No, there's no Medusa to worry about. There's no Brewmaster for 25 seconds. Even if he was
Radiant's
there,
middle
there's no
barracks
flip.
are under attack. Radiant's top
Longer, so
tower
you
is
feel
under
absolutely
attack.
safe doing what you're doing right now. X tanking in the front. It's Alirax on top of everything else. YKN with a huge victory here, shifting momentum squarely in their favor, and it really shows the graphs. If you look at the net worth, almost reaching the 7.5k mark, but now almost close to like 8-9k gold swing when all is said and done.
Yeah. And most importantly, like, Sniper is going for the MKB next, meaning, yeah, he has a BKB just for the backup, still 9 seconds up and running. Then you will, yeah, he will finish the MKB in a second, meaning you have 2 sources of anti-evasion, and you haven't even upgraded the Maelstrom yet. Like, this is going to be extremely ridiculous if he stays out of range from the Medusa, especially if he hits that level 25. Well, he's still a good chunk away. Only hit level 20 just now. It took the knockback distance, but if he reaches that extra attack range, then he can even stay out of the Stone Gaze's range. Like, it's just not effective more. He just out hits the Medusa on all ways then.
Yeah.
And oh, look at Medusa. No, he's building into the butterfly. He's gonna have the Talisman only, and there's already the MKB up.
Yeah. Not gonna be all that valuable considering that Sniper's really the only right clicker that you have to worry about. Bloodseeker, sure, he can add a little bit every once in a while, but he's not the real carry anymore. It's just secondary.
If they just drop shot the Medusa and then Sniper starts hitting her, there's nothing she can do. She can't move. And then you also have the problem that he just outranges you by a mile. Still have high hopes for the Brewmaster because he does have a Heaven's Halberd. He can get on top of the Sniper, but Bloodseeker is such a nuisance for him.
Well, it's just a lot more complicated after the last fight. I gotta wonder if YKN, if they want to be a little bit more aggressive. Try and leverage that here, scout out, blink axe into a sniper, like, this is pretty potent combo. It will kill heroes very, very quickly.
Yeah. The sacrifice is not really doing enough for them, I'd say. Like, he's going for another defensive item now. He's solely relying on his level, on his levels to deal any damage whatsoever in his fights and his spells. Like, there's nothing coming from his items. Like, Pipe into Lotus Orb and now the BKB. 3 defensive items with only the Blink Dagger to make up for it. Like, no Sheepstick, no Shiva's Guard, which would have been a nice defensive item to have against a sniper to reduce his attack speed, as well as having some damage output. But, yeah, there's pretty much nothing.
Or some extra damage. Like, you need to rely on your team to bring people low enough for you to snipe them with a scythe, rather than helping out yourself. Like, Death Pulse at this point, it's not a big nuke. And you don't have a Dagon or something like that. Or even a Veil to amplify up any sort of magic damage.
Yeah, especially if you have to blink. I just really think that going for the full pipe was a mistake. Even the hood was a little bit of a mistake, because there isn't that much magic damage around. Like, yes, it's nice to have against the Earth Spirit and the Bloodseeker, but it doesn't really, it doesn't really help. The only thing you could reflect even is like, Earth Spirit, I guess, some disruptor spells, and then Blight Mail damage that is reflected, but that's it.
Can't change that now. Like
Can always sell it.
Once again. Scouted. Trying to establish some control here. They will have the butterfly completed if they want it, but holding on to buyback, I guess, is also important at this stage. Gave up the high grounds. It looks like they know. They smell it. Not seeing anybody anywhere means that they're probably smoke anking here, so. Well played inside YKN, not opening themselves up to that.
Yeah, but now it looks again like they're a little bit clueless. Like, I guess we go back farming, but it doesn't really feel like they're in control of the game. It's like when they make an attempt, it is always off the mark and just doesn't work out.
Well, Sniper is
soon.
getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, Satanic next. Oh god.
Satanic
Once you reach the start, it's over.
This can just replace Dragonlance if you want to, or just turn it into a Hurricane thing.
Who needs boots? Boots overrated.
Not really. Not for a sniper at any rate. I wonder if you might want to go for
Radiant's
Butterfly
bottom
himself,
shrine is under attack.
or whether he just goes crit.
Oh. I think Sniper
Radiant's bottom
the Mjolnir is
shrine
up there
has
for
fallen.
additional attack speed as well. He doesn't have the highest one yet. He only actually has like the MKB into talents to work with. So a Hyperstone would be nice to have. Well, he can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, Windrunner.
I couldn't get this done in time. Yeah. So Unit, I think what they should do is just, they don't even need to smoke up. They already claimed the bottom shrine just by walking up. Just make a small rotation over the map. Go here, set up a smoking if you want. If not, doesn't really matter. Get the second shrine so you have easy roach access. You already restrict them. To this TP spot only. If you get rid of it, you should be able to claim the next roach on your own.
Well, a few more items coming out for the other side. KPs on both Brewmasters as well as Necrophos. So they will not have to deal with the Disruptor as much, Earthspirit as well, or the Bloodseeker silences and whatnot.
Every coin helps.
So they can really focus most of the efforts on the axe, trying to dodge him, and then just try and get the sniper. I think this has to be a game plan. Take out the sniper, then take out a huge part of the damage output.
Yeah. And hope you don't die to Bloodseeker in the process.
An exceptional find.
That's only if you actually
Radiant's
feel
top
comfortable
shrine is under
going aggressive
attack.
yourself. I mean, it might just be that they want to wait for YKN to go on that, then they go for high ground defense play. So having that extra bit of advantage coming in.
Then they claim the shrine. He's going for the butterfly on the
Top
sniper.
shrine has fallen.
Gotta say, I still feel like Hyperstone would be preferred, but hey, at least the butterfly gives him some attack speed as well.
That's pretty good.
Eventually he wants both anyways, but for now it's the mainstream in the backpack.
Would do it again. This time the blink call comes in just in time though.
That
That'll
wasn't
be
nice.
assassination to end it. That's a good kill.
Yeah, they will make some light pressure. There is a Roshan up. They could technically decide to go for it. They want to. If they see this approach bottom, because I don't think they have anything to defend the high ground. Might as well take the Roshan Triumph down. But Bloodseeker already scheming around the Roche pit. Pretty hopeless for them.
I think this last fight really still fresh in their heads, fresh enough that they don't want to risk that the same thing happen again. Certainly not with a hero down. Flip side, like YKN, they can take this Roche themselves very easily. Just pushing out all the lanes, gonna make a beeline to the pit, one would think.
Illusion.
Yeah, to the Roche we go. But they're pretty fast with Roche because they have so much damage.
Blood rage it up. So in a second. One push the tank, the other one to scout, so perfect use of the yeah, this Roche chunk up very, very quickly indeed. He just handshakes. Make things a lot more complicated. He just picked up by the Bloodseeker because he's more likely to be toiling around to the front lines. Sniper with the cheese. Not sure if yeah. Skips his backpack for now. I'm not sure if replacing the Maelstrom would be the way to go. Like maybe even the Satanic or the Dragonlance most likely.
Yeah, most likely the Dragonlance. Maybe the face speeds. Any big items? MTB coming out on the wind range. Still a good chunk away from it, but has decent enough farm, you could say. At least for position 4 support, that is. Butterfly is up and running on the Medusa. Still has 4,000 gold to spare, so I imagine they have a lot of buybacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 4. None on the Necro.
Yep.
Hasn't seen
a little bit of money. Slowly ticking in.
Only 1 on the Dire though. Sniper's coming up in 60 gold, 14 gold for the Disruptor. There we go.
You were saying?
Sorry.
Demon Edge.
Oh. Wow. I guess.
It's going straight to this now. They actually sold the Maelstrom, so... No
Not a
exit
fan.
attack speed.
Not a fan. Maybe you get your Bloodseeker to buy you a Moonshot or something? Who has money? Axe, you have money. Buy him a Moonshot.
Still hitting for 0.6. 0.64 seconds. So it's not the worst. And if he hits super hard like that, he should have plenty of time to kill the people that he needs to.
He finds an Arcane Rune. If he only had to turn it in an Octarine. 80% cooldown reduction? Come on. It's insane.
You stop with the cooldown reduction, man, on Sniper. It's just... It's not that crazy. It's not that good.
If you say so. But yeah. Oh, Mort will get spotted out. So watch out he doesn't take too much damage, and yeah. Sniper here! Nice tower you have there.
Blood Ragers then opening again. Counter blink, BKBs come out. Cole actually missing his last He was wanted to oh god, that's a big crit. But it's also a static song into a BKB. The split still comes out. The Shackle on 2. Look at the axe, but BKB and Bloodseeker starting to chunk away on his blue link, but they're pretty tanky at this point. He needs to make sure the Sniper can right click, but he can't. He's stunned up with blue link. Blue Link's controlling him up so far, so good, and now slowing down Bloodseeker. Beautiful call on 3, though, a couple of creeps. Starts to spin, that's the Aegis down. Follow-up stun, but Sniper, finally being right-clicked. This Accelerate comes back into his normal form. This is exactly how they needed to take this team fight. Axe being slowed down, big zap. All of a sudden, it's 4 heroes on the sidelines.
You taste your own.
Just been rumbled. Straight up, hey, look, I have a BKB, you can't control me. If you've already missed the blink call. The Brewmaster there with just a laser focus, just keeping the Sniper busy and ended up pretty much solo killing him.
Yeah, pretty much. I think a big part played the Necroforce, just jumping on him, forcing out everything, because Sniper, he sees a Necro jumping on you, and you immediately have to go for BKB and everything. On the second attempt the Necro tried that, he actually used the cheese and prevented him. So, yeah, I would credit it to both the Necroface and the Brewmaster keeping him busy.
That is something. The Shackle interrupts the roll, but the Shackle was also reflected by the Longsword, but yeah. Bit of shenanigans up there as Jasper trying to do what he can to keep his lane pushed out, but will not stop WG to go for a high ground push up the round. You have something to equalize here is Malza. Well, that's a nice call. Some more damage here with the follow-up. There's another BKB available. It was another Primal Split. Didn't do this willy-nilly. They were ready to fight. On the Capes galore, just make sure the rest of them can go out, and if nothing else, they created enough chaos that the tower actually doesn't go down before everyone else responds.
Yeah, no turret claimed. Brewmaster's still in the front line. Oh, it's fairly low, but has the blink available. Where he gets out. That's a fast Bloodseeker if he finds him. Nope. Stop chasing. Notice reclaimed. It is a good start. It is a 7k gold lead, but they have to take buildings.
Yeah.
BKB now, Medusa. 10 seconds.
You know
A game of BKBs.
They got away with the black eye right there. They have to be careful. They have to hit that blink hall if Sniper's initiated on. If they're trying to find a way to deal with this Brewmaster, because I mean, he's level 23. Means level 20 extra 1500 health. They could actually chunk through that, especially if the Sniper isn't the one able to right click away because he's too busy being stunned or running away himself. Bloodseeker went very defensive, has a decent amount of damage, but not enough to chunk through those very quickly. He got like a good 10 hits in or so on one of the Brewlings, but was not nearly enough to make them sweat.
Aghanims up on the Necroface, and reduce cooldown on the Scythe. That will come in handy if the fight prolongs. And well, it is kind of prolonging with the Brewmaster, so you can now use like one as your opener and then just try to get out. Use your BKB to make a retreat in those fights, and then reface back into the fight. But considering he was a call from the very get-go, he doesn't really have that much impact yet. He does a decent amount of heal, I'd say.
Probably. He's more of a utility-focused Necrophos, right?
Get some.
It's gonna
The
be there to
utility
be annoying.
Necro.
Just drop the Reaper Scythe. Great Chaos. Not a bad way to run it. It just only makes it so that you're relying on others to do more damage. And you have a Lion level 2 Finger of Death. Not quite maxed out just yet. You also have a Windrunner who has a completed Mjolnir. Still going for the MKB afterwards, so you get a focus fire off with still a decent amount of damage. You have a Brewmaster who can also crit for a decent amount. Then you can squishy targets like the Sniper.
Don't worry, the Lion may be having a blink soon. It's only 50 minutes. It's still a decent timing for position 5, right?
Poor guy.
Level 16. at
Set
50
that
minutes.
queued up forever in a day. Like you'd figure they'd give him some space to farm a lane, but no. No emphasis
Yeah.
put on this at all.
Did take your finger off death damage, so not even a gold talent for him. I think you could have argued that the finger of death damage. Yes, it's good with the necrophos, but there's so many defensive tools. You might as well just go for the gold, so he can build into more than just that.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a big fan of it outside of like meme builds where you go that as well as the Kaya. Just maximize Finger of Death with the Aghanim Scepter on top. You do like.
That's not really meme build. That is actually pretty good online if you get enough space, but only if you're ahead.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're really far
Get enough
ahead,
space, and if you're far ahead, and that's not normally something that you can say about a lion that is in a 5 position, even if your team is winning.
yeah, but it is pretty crazy damage. Like 1000 AOE if you have like something to combo up with, like if you have an axe or something running in a team, it can work. Like the Aghanims, yes, it sure helps, but even the Kaya is pretty good for him because it is a big chunk of mana for him. Helps him spam out spells. But yeah, mobility items, Force Staff, Blink have to come first, even the Glimmer Cape, and then you can build into these shenanigans.
Well, here's the Blink now.
Now he will take over the role of the Necrophos. Instead of the Necrophos jumping on Sniper, they're gonna sacrifice the Lion doing so, and forcing it to BKB.
Two catapults, big briefly coming in. This tower still taking some damage.
Oh, wow, that's
Shackles! How is he doing that? You know, follow up, just trying to bait on something, but there's a Blink call this time on Necrophos. He has to BKB to protect himself. For the time being. Going to right clicks. Okay, flips back though. And oh, he's not quite dead just yet. Hype keeping him safe against that assassinate. Now Instinct's walking in. That's a double Jekyll! Sniper in the front line. It's not exactly who he wants to be. So he dies first. Bloodseeker next with his own BKB forced into this fight that he doesn't really want to take. Max finds the call, rolled in. They turn this actually. Not even dropping it back in ties. It's another team fight that they just bungle up.
You know, just the normal axe, down for 160 seconds, nothing to see here.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
That's what Buyback's gonna do to you on top of that scythe. Ugh.
160 seconds. Oh my god. Oh, gotta make a coffee, I guess.
Guess what? There's another scythe available now.
Balanced.
Very fun hero.
Regeneration.
Or at least it doesn't disable Buyback anymore because that was the real.
That was the worst, yeah. And they also nerfed the duration. I believe it was like 60?
I think so, yeah. At some point. Like,
Oh no, it was like it was 45. Yeah, it was 45, but on all levels. That made it so disgusting early game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
well, but
Okay.
again, not sure what this particular ultimate. There's no follow-up to the occasion, perhaps, but yeah, this is gonna be a while. But there's a rupture, back to not being dropped now. They have the pipe as well as the group got to keep it safe though, so let's right click on Nurse Spit. Now Sniper. What can you do? Instinct. Walk it in, and you can't fight that. Not for a long, long while, but you're actually out of range for now. Savvy.
Are under attack.
Almost turns to the stone. Be a little bit careful there, but now it is Medusa's actually super slow. Bloodseeker should be able to
down?
push off, and she's deep, but Sniper died at the same time. Lazian with another ultimate, taking him out for a long, long time indeed, and Medusa's not your only damage dealer at this point. Promise will coming out in time. That alone means that you cannot get close to them.
They know Sniper has no
Also has
buyback.
good cooling damage with this. With the
Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah,
actually
this,
have
this
the
Medusa
knowledge.
is back. He actually bought back just to finish this game.
call.
They have 2
Maybe
minutes.
Sniper bought back. He bought back for this. So they know it is not a problem for another 120 seconds. We go straight to our straight to it. No reason not to. This is the only big damage dealer.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle
I think still the big problem for the Sniper was he had no attack speed whatsoever. And like he couldn't hit the Brewlings down. He had the damage to do it, but yeah. Oh.
Dire's middle tower is under
He didn't have too much of a chance to right click. Played very
GG.
well around him. Just went right on top of the sniper, killed him a couple of times.
Is under attack.
There's no fear of anything else. The axe and the butt. It's in the end, Wanbokstar gaining. It took them 55 minutes. They take game number 1.